daily post around tools and skills for growing in your healthiest relationships. Today, what I'd like to talk to you about is 3 reasons not to put your marriage problems on Facebook. Now, that may seem obvious. Why would you do that? But what can happen is we can be caught up in the moment, where what is occurring is that in our relationship, we're starting to have a communication breakdown where we feel like our partner is just not getting it. They're not hearing what it is that we're saying, or they're disregarding us, they're dismissing us, they're continuing on with behavior that is really hurting us or negatively impacting us. And inside of us as a partner, we can start to feel resentful and really upset that we're not feeling heard. What we can do as a way of coping is go to our support people, our safe support people, where we say, hey, this is what's going on in my relationship. This is what's happening. Our support people, our friends, our community can say, I hear you. I've been there too. This is what happened for me. And then we can have that sense of validation, that puffed up feeling of, whew, okay, I'm not out to lunch here. I get this. They get me. They understand. I'm right. My partner's wrong. We go back to our partner to tell our partner how right we are, and lo and behold, they're not feeling it. They're not feeling how we're right and they're wrong, which then increases this level of frustration, because what we're doing is we're having an emotional wrestling match with our partner around who's right or wrong. We're frustrated because they're not accepting that they're wrong. They're not owning what's wrong, and they're not taking responsibility for it. So what we can end up doing is taking it to the next level and venting that frustration. Now, if we're very familiar on Facebook, we can have an invisible line between ourselves and our online community where we just vent what we vent and we say it and it's gone. We feel better. We get reinforced for that. We get likes, we get comments, and we get support. Now, what can happen is that there are 3 huge reasons not to post your marriage problems on Facebook. First of all, you can't do a redo. Once it's out there, and it's for everybody to see. The difficulty also is that what you're saying is taken out of context. So your friends, your family, people who talk with you regularly, you may be making comments that are following up on conversations you've had with them. When those conversations or those comments are taken out of context, it can look a lot harsher and more brutal than it actually is. It can make you look bad. There is no redo. Secondly, what happens is that there is a permanency of record. So you may move forward in this issue where it is not a problem for you anymore. You've gone through that season of frustration. And yet, because there's a permanent record of this, it continues on and drags your past into your future and stops you from moving forward. A third huge reason is embarrassment factor. When you embarrass your partner with these comments, it makes you look bad, it makes them look bad, and it tears down trust in the relationship. Because what you're doing is you are trying to have an I'll show you attitude in an environment that has a permanent record of that. Digital sources, social media, comments have no tone, or you can even make the tone larger with capitals and exclamations and make it bigger than it actually is, because you're not reading that in context. So your power to hurt people emotionally is that much greater on social media and on Facebook. So the challenge we have as couples is to really learn how to communicate. And so we want to look at how to communicate through frustrations, to not lie to each other, to not dismiss each other, to grow in our relationships. If you're frustrated that your partner's not taking ownership for their behavior, then you're going to have to work on that relationship. Work through the skills of finding your voice, communicating, setting boundaries, working towards healthy solutions. And it's important to ask yourself, do you want to be part of the problem, or do you want to be part of the solution? Here at Real Life Toolbox, we're all about solutions, and we have an incredible resource for you. It's a new marriage crisis resource program that we have called RelationshipRecovery.com. So if you are struggling with broken trust, lies, communication breakdown in your relationship, perhaps you're dealing with a partner who is flirting, having an emotional affair, looking outside of the relationship for attention, or you have a partner who's struggling with pornography, then I really encourage you to check out this resource, which has the ability to help you not only deal with your marriage crisis, but give you the tools and skills for how to rebuild, so that you're not having to just kind of vent and feel trapped in your situation. You're moving from the problem into the solution. So I encourage you to check out that resource, RelationshipRecoverySolutions.com. And I look forward to talking to you soon here on our YouTube channel as we continue providing you posts at Relationship Recovery Solutions. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.